And one of Nigeria's development finance institutions, the Bank of Industry, says it is working to ensure loans with lower interest rates are accessed by its beneficiaries. It was speaking at a gathering of development finance institutions on the continent. Lara Afolayan reports.
Cheap access to credits remains a setback for many businesses in Nigeria. Nigeria's Bank of Industry has just concluded talks with other development finance institutions across the continent at this conference in Abuja, the Nigerian capital. It says new lessons have been learnt from the experience of its contemporaries. It is now working on cheaper access to credits for small and medium enterprises in the country.
It's a challenge in all the countries. How do you get financing to those that require it at a cost that makes sense? We all know in Nigeria today, the average cost of borrowing money, or the lending rates in most of the banks, between 20 and 30%, depending on what you want to do. How many businesses can you do at those kind of interest rates and still make money? In most cases, they're not sustainable. But then a bank like Bank of Industry, everybody wants to, have access to interest rate of 9, 10%. But then we ourselves, what we have is not totally unlimited. So we are constantly ourselves, trying to be creative to look for ways we can raise more money to help the industrial sector.
The Industrial Bank acknowledges the importance of development finance to economic development. It says it is now intensifying efforts at expanding interventions in Nigeria.
The African continent as a whole is in their need of financing for development. And Nigeria has been crying for infrastructure development, for agricultural development. So the forum couldn't have come at a better time than now, when the continent, and Nigeria in particular, is in their need of financing for development. Bank of Industry is going to lead in the process of taking up the challenges and addressing the challenges.
The African Development Finance Institutions Association, on its part, wants members to support their home countries in development projects funded.
This is a huge call for all players, for all stakeholders. It becomes important that we look at achieving delivery of effective development in the continent as a collective. There is no one country, there is no one institution that can achieve this enormous challenge that we are faced with, of ending poverty, of putting in place infrastructure, of feeding our people, of creating jobs, of industrialization.
Nigeria's Industrial Bank's latest commitment to providing cheaper access to credits follows its recent loan disbursement to MSMEs in several states across the country. Lara Afolayan, TVC News, Abuja.